This is a palm stick, a Yawara. It's an ancient self-defense tool that the Japanese, the Okinawans, popularized through their martial arts, different styles of martial arts. Other styles of martial arts also carry pocket sticks. It's just a fist load, as simple as carrying like a roll of quarters that you would hold tightly in your hand, that allows you to punch with a lot more force. You're gonna hit somebody harder, be able to knock them out. That's why it's a great go-to self-defense tool. This might be the new one that you carry. You can carry it in your pocket. You can use it in multiple different ways. There are two different sizes. This is, oh, it's upside down. This is the 8-inch and this is the 6-inch. You can get it in this green or you can get it made in the black. So like for 20 bucks, you can have a $20 to $30, I think, depending on the which size you get, but you can find it in the description. You can find a link there and go find out for yourself exactly how much they cost, what the different attributes are. But basically, it's a piece of aluminum. It's not super heavy, but it's not really light. It's heavy enough that when you squeeze it with force and you strike with your fist, it's not gonna allow your fingers to compress. That means when you hit somebody in the jaw or in the temple or in the neck for self-defense, or in the body, in the ribs, you're gonna hit with a lot more force. It becomes a force multiplier, which is why it's your new go-to self-defense tool that you can carry with you just about everywhere you go. It also has this end on each side that comes out of your hand that you can then strike with into the soft tissue of the body for self-defense, making them let go, get out of your face, back up for self-defense. You can do these hammer fist strikes, a reverse hammer fist strike. You can hit the guy behind you, hit him in the groin. You can also thrust with your thumb side straight into the face. You can stick it into a pressure point and push down. He can be holding on to you. You can stick it into this muscle right here, push down, and he's gonna let go. So there are a lot of ways that you can use the selfie stick. And again, you can get it 2 different lengths. If you want one that's a lot longer, that allows more striking surface, it's still a fist load. You can still punch with it. You can do a straight punch, a hook punch, an uppercut. You can come down over the top. You can swing it up. Maybe he's holding on to you. You bring it up under his jaw, right into that soft tissue under his face there. He's gonna let you go because it hurts, right? You can jab it into the muscle on his chest. If it were life and death and he's choking you to death, you could stick it into the throat and back him off using it that way. But be careful with that. That's more of a fatal strike. But this is for self-defense. This is your new go-to self-defense tool, the Selfy-Stick. Again, there's a link in the description. Go to that website, see how much they cost, and see. Yeah, Lewis Lang says it's a Yawara stick. Yawara palm stick. Yawara is the Okinawan or Japanese term. You'll find it in a lot of traditional Okinawan style martial arts or Japanese martial arts. You'll find it in Korean martial arts. They carry palm sticks. They sometimes carry one with a string on the end called a danbong, a short stick, and it comes out and you can swing it. That's a little bit more complicated than something like this. I love this because it's super simple. That's why I think it's your new go-to self-defense tool. You can throw it in a bag, throw it in your pocket. I carry it on my gear during the day. I carry a gun belt because I'm in security and I usually have a lot more gear on. I'm still kind of working. I'm on break, so I'm still carrying my gun. I still have my gun on, but I can't carry the gun. I can't take the gun into a lot of places that we go. We went to a couple places this weekend where we went to big public places, but there was also you're not allowed to carry a gun where I went, and I carried this with me. I carried the green one in my pocket. I'm partial to this green one. I really like this one. I like the size on it, and I like the color. So I throw this in my pocket. Didn't even come out. Didn't even have to explain myself. You can carry this in a backpack. You can carry it pretty much anywhere, everywhere you go. Because it's metal, you might not be able to take it some places, but I'm gonna test it out and see where I can take it. But I know that during my day, I can carry it with me. And it gives me some more options. A lot of places where you live, they just now started shipping to some countries in Europe. England, you can now, in Great Britain, you can buy the selfie stick and they'll ship it to you. There are a lot of places that are a lot of self-defense tools that you can't get shipped overseas that are really cool, awesome, nice, simple, non-lethal, non-gun self-defense tools. We, in the United States, I carry wherever I go that I'm allowed to carry We were on the boat parade this weekend. I carried on the boat. But just to be able to protect my family, I carry in church. I carry when I go to the grocery store. I carry when I go to get my gas. I'm always carrying, always be carrying, ABC. That's a rule, right, from self-defense. But you can't carry a gun in most places around the world. It's in the United States that you can, and a few countries still have some freedoms for their citizens, but a lot of countries have removed that freedom, that ability to defend yourself with a handgun, or with any kind of gun really, or a pocket knife. We were in Ireland, I couldn't carry a pocket knife. I could carry something like this, carry this in London, and there might be laws against self-defense, but you have to kind of make up. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not telling you whether to defend yourself or not. I believe it's my God-given right. I will protect myself and I will protect my family. Anybody touches my child or my wife, then I am defending them to the best of my ability. And of course, I've trained since I've been little, and I constantly train. I constantly train in all the different methods and tools of self-defense that I have available to me and that I've been trained on. So I actually dry fire every single day with my handgun. I also go to the range a lot. I go to different types of ranges. I do different kinds of exercises. I throw elbows at the gym on the bag that's hanging in there. I throw some knees. I don't kick anymore. Keep it to the knees and the elbows and the fists and the palm strikes. And then sometimes I'll put something like this in my hand just to practice hitting it with a lot more force. And this is one of those things that you can do. Hey, Doug, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time on the live stream. So glad to see you. I was thinking about you the other day. Talking about this new Selfy-Stick. This is a new product. It's my new favorite product. It's Christmas time. It's Hanukkah time. This is a great self-defense gift for that person who loves to have extra tools for self-defense, wants something unique, something different. And thank you so much, Doug, for that super sticker, that super chat. I really appreciate that. But this is a really cool tool. They sell it in the short one, in the long version, the 8 inches. Doug knows all about selfie sticks, or not selfie sticks, but the Yawara, the pocket stick. Yawara is a term. They make the Kubaton keychain based on the Yawara. It's just a pocket stick. And this is kind of cool. It has a little bit more function as a keychain, put your keys on it. But this is what I think is your new go-to self-defense tool. I think these are going to become really popular in the next year. Once people start to see them, they're going to spread really fast. So I wanted to show you this Selfy-Stick, pocket stick Yawara. Again, there's a description in the link, or a link in the description if you want to go to the website and see how much they cost. And they're not free, they're not inexpensive, but I don't think they're very expensive for what you get. It's a thick, solid piece of aluminum. It has this cut pattern into it, which, like a hex pattern, which allows you to hold on to it and grip a little bit better. Yeah, user says OM6IF. It's a great tool. This is a great tool. Basic, it's a basic pocket stick, Yawara. It's a fist load. You can punch him with it. You can jab him with it. You can swing your arm, stick it right in his ear, stick it in his jaw, stick it in his neck for self-defense. But I wanted to share this with you on this live stream tonight, in case you had somebody you needed to buy for who's a little bit difficult and you're looking for a unique gift. This is it. You can still get it in time for Christmas. You can get it now in Great Britain. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions about it. I have been walking around punching things with it, and I really like to share things like this with you. Brian says worried about having a weapon used against him. So he does prepare and train, he says. And 60 strong, athletic, but not as strong as fast as my youth. Absolutely, that's exactly why, Brian, I think this is your new go-to. Maybe not yours, but yours in that general sense, the global sense. This is mine because it's a force multiplier. I know for a fact that I cannot punch someone like I did when I was 38. It's just a fact of life. I'm not as fast anymore, and I don't generate as much power. Now I do all the training that I can to maintain as much of that as I can. However, if I put this in my hand, now I know I can break someone's jaw and knock them out if I had to for self-defense with this. United States, Iris says likes the green color of the aluminum. This is my favorite, the green actually. He says he's 58 and carries a 40. I'm assuming that maybe a Glock 40. That's a really popular handgun, the Glock 40. It's a nice gun. Glocks always shoot really well. I'm partial. I have Springfield Arms. I carry a bunch of Springfield Arms. KAR, K-A-H-R. It's another favorite that I have. And I have a bunch of 1911s and 45s. I love 45s. I carried a 1911 when I was a Marine military policeman. I also carried a 9 Beretta when I was in a different phase of Marine Corps. And yeah, the Glock Model 27 in the 40 caliber. Awesome. I love the way it's like a hammer, that 45, my 19. I have a Springfield Arms trophy 1911. Shoots really well. But I like my everyday carry too. It's got a 4.5-inch barrel. Now that's not as long as a rifle, but it's very accurate. And I practice so that I maintain my shooting skills and ability quite a bit. So I really enjoy what I do. I carry the same gun, concealed carry, in a subcompact, but it's a 3-inch barrel. And I'm accurate with that, but I find with a 4.5-inch barrel, it's like cheating. You're a lot more accurate. And I just love the trigger on the Springfield Arms. But Glocks, you can't go wrong with Glock. SIGs, you can go wrong with the SIG, the P320 everybody's getting rid of. That's just going off. I don't know if it's happening or not. Don't pull me into that. But you keep seeing the stories. All right, anyway, I digressed quite a bit. Again, Doug, thank you so much for that super sticker, that super chat. If you're looking for a gift this holiday season, for that person who loves self-defense, martial arts, just being safe, or you're looking for something unique for yourself, your own little stocking stuffer. Yeah, Lyle Smith says an H&K VP9 and the P3 or P30. Can't go wrong with H&K either. There's so many great guns out there that we have access to in the United States because we have the Second Amendment. And I know other places they also have some gun rights in some countries. This funny thing is my wife and I talk about, what if we lived here? What if we lived there? And then we start to think about it a lot. And then I get online, and the first thing I do is I go and I look at their gun laws and see, would I be able to defend my family in the way that I want to if I did live there? And if I didn't, would I be happy with just being able to carry a pocket stick? I would carry a pocket stick. I carry them all the time. I believe in them very much. I believe anything that you can do to get some of your speed, power, coordination, devastating stopping power back as you get older, a force multiplier, taking what you have naturally. Now that I'm not 58, but I'm almost there. I'll be 55 in less than a month. Yeah, a little over a month. But so my wife likes to point out, I'll be officially a senior citizen. So as an official senior citizen, and not just feeling old, I want to be able to know that if someone were to come up and spit in my wife's face, which is assault, not only would I be able to defend her honor, her dignity, and her pride, but I would be able to physically defend her because spitting in someone's face is assault. And if I had a pocket stick in my hand, I'm not going to pull out the gun and shoot somebody over something like that, but I might smash his teeth down his throat for self-defense with my pocket stick, which is why I wanted to share that with you a little bit. All right. Yeah, United States already said he's going to get the Springfield XDM Elite 10 millimeter. Nice, yeah, 10 millimeter. I like the 9. I like anything, I carry a 380. I think if you get the right rounds and you know how to shoot, you can't go wrong with almost any caliber. I mean, I have a bunch of 22s. Those are more for fun. I teach the kids how to shoot with the 22s. But at some point, my son's always begging me, Dad, can we shoot the 9? Can we shoot the 45? And he's now getting strong enough that he can kind of control that. Yeah, the bears, cougars, and stranger things for self-defense. Absolutely, you've got to be able to defend yourself these days. When we camp, when we go to the woods, sadly, right? It's always been that way. You've always needed the ability to defend yourself. It just seems like there's a lot of craziness in the world these days. Yeah, Lyle says 380 plus with the hard cast. KAR 380s. I carry KAR 380s. They're great church guns. Church gun is just a pocket gun that you can more easily conceal, and then as you stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down, it doesn't rub as much. But I will say that since the border's been open or had been open, and a lot of terrorists may have come through, I've been carrying a much larger capacity and bigger round handgun. And my wife said to me the other day, I think it was a couple days ago, we were on the boat. She gave me a hug and she felt the other side, and she's like, "What is that?" I said, "Those are my magazines." And she's like, why do you have extra magazines?" And I said, if you read what I read every day and you have the conversations that I have with local and federal law enforcement every single day, and you understand the threat that we are facing right now, which is unique and greater than before, you might want to carry a pocket stick, but you also might want to carry, if you're able to, carry something with a little bit higher caliber and a couple extra magazines. That's the other reason I love the Springfield, or the Springfield 9 that I carry. It's a 19 round capacity magazine. And you can get a larger capacity. There was a guy I worked with one time. He had a Glock. I don't know what he had. He was carrying a Glock 19 or something. And he had a magazine like this long that stuck out the back. And he used to run into stuff. He looked ridiculous, was my point. He looked ridiculous. So, Doug's retired LEO, law enforcement, carries Smith & Wesson Model 66 357 mag, 2.5-inch barrel. That's so old school, Doug. I love that. But that gets the job done, right? Up close and personal, Dirty Harry, that's definitely going to get the job done. Versa Plus is amazing, 12-round mags, yes. And United States Irie says he lives in Washington State. You definitely, depending on where you are in Washington. Washington's so beautiful. I don't know if you've ever been there, but so much public land, right? That's run by the Forestry Service, where you can go hiking and go out and fishing and hunting. But as you know, which is I'm sure your point, you might run into some crazy people out there, right? Anytime you get off grid. When I was in the Marine Corps and I was stationed in the desert, in the Mojave Desert, you'd get some people who didn't want to be part of society anymore, and all of a sudden they just show up in the middle of nowhere, and you had to watch yourself around those guys. They were a little nuts. They could be nuts. It could be dangerous. So bears, cougars, and stranger things. So I understand that. United States Irie says he lives near the forest woods. Beautiful, big trees, right? I climbed Mount Rainier one summer, and Mount Shasta, Mount Baker. I know those Shasta's in California. Baker, I think, is in Oregon. I don't remember. It's been so long. But Mount Rainier, that was a fun climb, and it's a big mountain. But it's not the tallest mountain, but it's a big mountain if you've ever been there. We're gonna go out west this summer. I can bring my pocket stick. All right, been rambling on. I wanted to share these with you. I hope you got some value out of it. And if you didn't, I apologize. Kinda. I don't really apologize for much. Unless I did something I wasn't supposed to, and I felt guilty about it. But I did want to share this with you. I like talking to you guys. I love seeing you guys online, hearing your stories, and in the chat especially, and when you put the stories in the comment section. Love seeing you, Doug. Like I said, I was thinking about you lately. Hoping you're doing well. Hope the family's doing well. And everybody's healthy this holiday season, as healthy as we can be. And my one of my closest friends is getting ready for his final deployment. He's got 2 little girls, and I just and he's a Green Beret. His final deployment for him personally, and I just want to keep him on my prayers. And if you're a praying person, I would ask if you would also pray for all of our service members who are deployed. Oh, okay, Mount Baker's in Washington. Yeah. Thank you, user. I really appreciate that. Anyway, so he's on my mind, and I was thinking, prayer works. Prayers always work for me, and so I would ask you, if you're a prayerful person, please pray for all of our military people who are deployed. There are a lot of them deployed. Most people don't know that, but there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and especially if you're in a special operations kind of unit, those guys are picking up again, and they're doing a lot more missions, and we don't always hear about them, but they are in harm's way, and they are doing they're doing what they've been asked to do by the country. They raised their hand, they swore an oath, and they enlisted, or they signed up as an officer. So I would ask if you could join me in keeping them in our prayers. You guys have been awesome. User says amen, and I will see you guys on the next live stream.